Hey, everybody. So, this is spontaneous. I thought I would just pop in. It is the night before my birthday, and tomorrow we're going to gather on a webinar. And I put the link below. We're going to give away Blue Lotus Oil. And this is the oil, it is from Egypt. And Devashri and I, well, actually, Devashri traveled to Egypt. I didn't, a few years ago. And she brought me this oil that was like intoxicating and smelled like, oh my God, nothing I'd ever smelled before. And it opened my heart and my pineal gland, and whenever I would smell it, it was just super, super special. And I kept looking for it because I only have this much left, and I like savor every tiny, tiny, tiny little bit. And I was running out, and we can't get it anywhere. So she's like, we have to fly to Egypt to get it. And so I kept ordering stuff on like Etsy and different places to get the oil, and I never could. And then someone introduced me to this Blue Lotus oil. It's really expensive. It's like this tiny, tiny bottle is $188. But it's the real stuff. Like, it's not distilled. And so when you smell it, it takes you to a whole nother world. It's incredibly activating. And so I ordered a few bottles because someone told me it was the real stuff. And apparently, I was the guy who works with the company that makes it in Egypt said that the family dates back thousands of years. And instead of distilling the plant, they do the real pressing. And then they actually put it in a sarcophagus and they pray over it and chant. And you can feel the frequency. So I want to give away 3 bottles of this tomorrow for my birthday. So two of the bottles will go to people in our membership, and one to just like anybody who happens to show up. So we're going to do a couple things tomorrow. We're going to get together and we're going to talk about the resurrection code that starts on Monday. I'm going to give away 3 of these bottles. And we're just going to tune into the avatar self. I'm here in my kitchen and I'm drawing my avatar body. I know that I've asked you guys to do that. So I have to do what I've asked you to do. And I'm making the heart and the wings and the halo and the pyramids and the scepter. And I'm having a lot of fun with connecting with its frequency. And today was a really hard day energetically for me. I don't know if any of you also were feeling it. And, the planet is feeling tense. We're in this war, which, there's always war and conflict going on in the world. But for some reason, I'm really feeling the vibration a bit stronger. And Raphael says that when there's that much darkness, that we're asked more and more to hold the frequency of love. We're always asked to do that, but even in these times, even more so, and to be the counterbalance, the polarity of that darker frequency, and to hold the light for peace, and freedom and sovereignty and unity and connection. So as we connect with the avatar body, and people might be like, what the heck is the avatar body, right? It's our light body. It's our divine body. It's who we are at the deepest cellular level. We talk a lot about the new human as we are ascending into a higher dimension, and we're moving from carbon to crystalline, and we're activating our DNA. And you hear all these words. But what does that really mean? And can we always embody and live it? And sometimes we fall short. I know I do. I'm very human. But we're always doing our best to recalibrate and come into the center of love and to receive the vibrations and the frequencies from the angels. And as much as there's a lot of strife and pain and war right now, there's so many people on the planet who are choosing to grow and work on themselves and heal and reawaken their connection to their own self, to the planet, to the elemental beings, to the ancient teachings and wisdom keepers. So as I attune and prepare for the resurrection code, what's been coming up is this unlocking, this resurrecting of energies deep within our essence, our being, and our cellular body, that like stargates that have been locked and turned off. And not only are these stargates that have been repressed, that we don't have access to, or we haven't for a long time on the planet, on nodes along the grid lines. They also, those same meridians, those same lines run in our body. So in the resurrection code, we're going to connect to one particular ley line, which is the St. Michael ley line, and that runs from Israel to Ireland. And along that, there's many different energies and grid systems, of course, but there's 7 in particular. We're going to open up 7 of those gateways, and they're going to correspond to aspects within our own energetic body on a deep cellular level that are asking of us to resurrect, to bring back online. And so we'll be working, of course, the resurrection energy is also deeply connected to many of the great avatars, and of course, including the vibration of Yeshua and his ability to fully embody and be within and activate the light body, but many other avatars such as Buddha and Krishna, etc., who are embodying their light body may come through. And so, what the plan is in this process that we're going to do together is to go into places where the repression of ancient wisdom, which is fascinating because 3i Atlas, which we've kind of stopped talking about, and it's going to be passing by Jupiter on the 16th of March while we're in the Resurrection Light Code. And as it passes by Jupiter, Jupiter is the planet of knowledge, ancient wisdom. It's the guru frequency, right? It's the avatar of the old, wise, intuitive, ancient teachings and knowledge coming back online. And we're also going to be, during this code, be coming up during the spring equinox, which is bringing that balance of those polarities of the light and dark into balance. We're also going to be hitting it around St. Patrick's Day, when we'll be working with Ireland, the Celtic energy, the pagan energy, talking about St. Patrick and the suppression of the ancient wisdom and teachings that we've suppressed, and bringing that back online. So we'll be activating the halo energy around our head as we connect with our star sisters and brothers. We'll be activating the heart, the rose of the Magdalene codes in our heart, the scepter, which is the druid energy, the Merlin vibration, going back into the forest, connecting with the elementals and the beings and the elements themselves. We'll be connecting with the wings on our back as we remember that we have guardian angels with us, and that we too are angels ourselves, and attuning to that frequency, our luminous body within the Lemurian energy, and its attunement also to Israel in the time of the crucifixion and the resurrection. And then we'll also be attuning to the Greek vibration and healing, and looking at the energy between that of the holistic versus the mechanistic way of healing as we resurrect a more holistic, whole frequency around our human body as we go through this process of great transformation. So a lot of stuff. And I've been struggling a little bit as I've been putting the code together. It starts Monday morning because so much is coming in, the wounded aspects of the Christ energy on the cross, the halo being like the crown of thorns, right? The sacred heart being the rose heart of the Magdalene, and connecting that with the Cathars in France, the wings on our back, the scepter that comes in with the druid vibration as an energy connected to the cross, the nails in the hand, transforming them and resurrecting them into the healing hands of Christ consciousness. So right now, more than ever and always, coming into union, peace, and love into Christ consciousness during this time of moving from the death light code into the resurrection code is so important. And Raphael always seems to have some design and plan, and I don't always know what it is. I have to keep surrendering and letting go more and more and more to the mental mind, that trying to figure it out, and trusting that as all of you come and we gather in community and we go through the transmissions with Archangel Raphael, that we will receive the frequency and the codes and the energies that we need to resurrect these pieces lost in our body. And the Blue Lotus is, as I'll give away 3 of these tomorrow, is is a one of many things. Like, we certainly don't need the blue lotus oil to do the resurrection code. But if you feel connected or called to it, it will also help activate, just like so many things. The rose, just having a rose that you can buy at the grocery store, one rose is all you need, can be very, very activating. Mantras obviously are activating. We'll be working with the Shiva Lingam as we have been doing before with Shiva's vibration, the resurrection flame, just a candle, just lighting a candle, simple, and everyone can do that. And it's free. Also very activating, going into the forest and connecting with the elemental beings. So all these different things, we'll be working with the blood, the scepter, the ancient teachings and wisdom, the wings, the angelic realm, the star beings, the galactic beings, the rose heart, the luminous body. This resurrection code sets us up for the year because we're moving into the spring equinox, which is really the beginning of the year. And Kalki, the great avatar on the horse, because we're in the year of the horse, he's going to guide us through the year. And so, although we're going to open these stargates within the body in the next 3 weeks, the resurrection code starts on Monday. It goes to the 25th. It's a total of between 9 and 11 classes that run an hour. Just a reminder, if you can't make a class, it starts at 9 a.m. Monday through Wednesday for 3 weeks. There's always a replay. But it's setting us up, it's creating a template that's going to unlock these gates, which we're going to delve deeper into as we go through the year, where we'll work with plant medicine. We'll tap into the rose heart. We'll tap into the indigenous teachings, the elementals, the celebration, the Elohim. And then what's fascinating to me is that the next light code is protection, which is with Archangel Michael, where I'll be going with Debashri to Rome, and we'll be connecting with Archangel Michael's cave where he first appeared, and reigniting what was the origin of that energy versus how it has been presented, and can we resurrect that true protection? Because so many people in the spiritual community aren't really clear how to protect their energy. Not that we need actual protection from anything, but to come into a sense of balance and not to be leaking our energy or giving it away or having it hijacked by fear mongering frequencies, and to maintain a state of balance, something that we all, including me, uh, work on regularly, right? To stay centered, grounded, and in alignment. And most of the time I succeed, and some of the times I just don't. Um, like today, I was just got thrown off balance, and it happens. It's part of being human. So, also part of that is not to judge ourselves and be so hard, like, oh, I've been doing this work forever. I should be able to like always stay in this perfect, centered, loving state. No, that's part of our evolution and our growth. And that's why we all have each other and we have support. So the reason I popped in is I'm just sitting here at my kitchen table, drawing my avatar self, and I wanted to remind you that tomorrow I'm going to give away the 3 blue lotuses in the call. The call's at 10, and there's a link below. It's free. You can register for the webinar. 3 people are going to win the lotus oil. If you want the lotus oil, the guy gave me a discount. I think it's at 11%, and you can get a discount. You don't need to buy the oil. I'm not trying to sell you the oil, I promise. And I also will talk some more about the code if you feel called and you want to be in it. If you don't, totally okay. Just letting you know what the information is so you have it. And after this, we're going to move into the protection frequency, which is amazing to me that Raphael always has the codes perfectly lined up as to what's going on energetically on the planet, what's going on astrologically. And I'm not an astrologer. I leave that up to the experts like Pam Gregory and Heather Ensworth and many others who understand that. But they often will say to me, oh my God, that's crazy. Like you're lining up to exactly to what's going on in the stars. So we're all connected to the stars, right? In our intuition. And I hope that through the transmissions and the channeling, that it opens hearts and helps you guys receive some frequency that supports you on your journey of ascension. And it's my mission, desire, and hope that more and more and more people all around the planet will continue wakening up to their true divinity, remembering that the divine is inside. All the answers you're looking for, you already have them. They're right here. And if I can assist on your journey in any way, I'm here to do that. So I'll see you tomorrow morning, 10 o'clock. There's links in this video below for the free webinar. But we will be talking about the code and do the giving away. And I think that's everything for tomorrow. Then the resurrection code begins on Monday at 9 a.m. and it runs Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday for 3 weeks in a row. Okay. So I think that's it. I love you. I'm looking here if there's any questions in the chat. Somebody said, I was listening to the Violet Flame Light code today. Beautiful. Yeah, that was a good code. And it's interesting that you bring that up because, that brought us into Mount Shasta, where we worked also with the Lemurian energy deep into the mountains. And there were those different rays. And so there seems to be a theme, right? Like there was 7 rays there that we worked with. And now we're going to be working with these 7 nodes. It was interesting. I was having a discussion with Pam Gregory last week on her channel, and something came up around Rory Duff. And he's really been in my consciousness. I didn't know him, but he lived in England and he wrote a book, and he sadly passed away not too long ago, just within the last few months. And I just been feeling his vibration, and it's interesting. I was talking with Debashri, and as we're preparing for the light code, Spirit led us to this St. Michael line, which I've worked with before. She and I have traveled to England, and I think we've touched upon almost every stone circle of great importance there. We had quite a journey for the twin flame light code. But being called back to that, and Ireland being my homeland, as I'm Irish, and interesting, my husband's Jewish, right? And I was saying to Casey, we're going to travel from Israel to Ireland along the nodes there, and bring healing and peace and unity. And he's like, well, that's interesting, Mom, because that's our bloodline if you combine those 2 energies. So I don't know why that's coming in. If you feel called to it, we're going to, along that line, we connect to Greece, France, Italy, Turkey's along that line as well. And we want to just do anything that we can to support and repair the ley lines within our energetic body and on the planet for peace. It's kind of mind-blowing to me that we don't have to communicate and love one another. And if in any way this work can support healing within our own bodies, which is a mirrored reflection of what's happening in our current reality, to start to bring back balance, repair, unity, and love, then that's what we want to do, right? All right. So love you guys so much. Sorry, I have like weird lighting going on. I literally am sitting at my kitchen table and I just turned on the computer. So I'll see everybody tomorrow. Don't forget to bless your water. Thank you for all the beautiful birthday wishes. Yes, we will be working with the Cathars. That's interesting. About March 16th and Cathar anniversary. Oh, wow. That's amazing. I didn't know that the Cathar anniversary is on March 16th because that's when 3i Atlas, like you say, is passing by Jupiter, and we're going to be working with the Cathar energy, and I didn't know that, and that's just coming in. See all the magic and synchronicity? It's always so perfect. All right, everybody. I know it's Saturday night and you probably have better things to do. So sending you much love, and I'll see everybody tomorrow morning at 10, and I'll see you there. All right. Love, love. Don't forget, yes, daylight saving time. So wherever you are, it might be like, it might be earlier an hour or later an hour. You want to look at your calendar and make sure. March 16th, they walked into the flames. Wow, that is giving me the chills. I just did not know that. My goodness. Okay. Thank you for that information. That's super super helpful in what we'll be doing next week. All right. See, we're a team. I need everybody's support and input. Thank you for all your messages and love and birthday wishes. See you tomorrow. Okay. Bye, guys.